practical theory, randomly playing a lot of different scales doesn't have much practical use. Anybody can change a note here or there and form a new scale. If we connect that scale to improvisation, or if we understand how that scale connects with the song we are playing, it is then practical theory. Even when you're playing, you can identify which string frets we can definitely use, which we cannot use. Later on, you can convert it into chords. What are the notes being used in the song? In the pallavi part, the part we played, we saw that C and C sharp, starting from F, G and A. You're starting from the F note, almost major pentatonic, only one note is different. Instead of Dha 2, you're using Dha 1. That is Vasanti Raga. But I already hear the Ma used in the embellishments by the vocalist. When SPB is singing, you may not recognize the complexities of the singing, but if we slow down the singing and really train ourselves to listen a little bit better, we will notice that he's using a lot of embellishments more than what is easily audible. At the same time, he is also controlling his modulations, not using it overtly. Some places, Carnatic kind of moves, some places, smooth slides up to connect the notes. Here, the Ma is already being touched, and in the Charanam part, it goes like this. Clearly, the Ma is being touched. And here the knee is also being touched. So the complete scale would be Charugesi. Charugesi is major scale with the 6th and 7th flattened. This is how I remember scales by comparison, and then I can form ragas from it. The advantage is we know the major scale pattern from wherever. We can play the major scale from any string position. We can also spread it. We can make these changes to get the new scale. And we can play the song immediately starting from there. Maybe I should start playing cello. I like this bass sound. Maybe I should try playing more songs on the bass side. But you got my point. Start from major scale, doesn't matter where we are. That is a pattern for 4th string major scale. Will give me the Charugesi immediately. Spread it a little bit. Okay. Instead of blindly repeating boxed patterns, go to the first principle. Patterns are useful, but remember that the pattern is just a way of collecting those notes. It can be spread whichever way we want, and then from that major scale or whichever pattern you're familiar with, if you know the comparison for the new scale, in this case for example 6 and 7 are flattened, then you can play it anywhere you want. You don't have to start from zero. In my opinion, this is the better way to do it. It's also, like I said, going more towards the first principles. Instead of just depending on patterns and not knowing why those patterns exist, let us understand patterns a little bit better, how they compare between the scales. If you know even major scale played in different positions, immediately you can convert to the new scale, and once you add the raga slides, you get the new raga. In our case, we don't even need the raga slides. We are trying to play a song. The purpose of knowing the scale, the new scale in a particular position, is so that we know exactly which string frets to play, so that we don't play any unnecessary notes. The process is a little bit faster. We don't have to start from zero.